morning, Cheryl. You want to lead us in the pledge today? Thank you, Cheryl. Mr. Bramble, minutes and claims, please.
Got July 2nd minutes for approval.
Any questions or comments about the minutes?
Move to approve.
Second. All in favor by aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries.
Then we have the June 29th through July 5th claim docket for $1,408,758.99.
Second?
All in favor by aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Anything else, Mr. Bramble? All right, we only have 2 items for business today. Both of them are engineering. Change orders 2 and 3 for Spring Hill project. I'd like to do them individually if we could.
Good morning.
Morning.
As we've discussed in the past, there's been some change order delays with Spring Hill project due to some utility concerns and everything. I've kind of went over those in the past, but these are actually official change orders that need to be approved and signed. And they've all been approved through the state as well through NDOT. So the first one, change order number 2, is just time extension. It's a utility delay, and that moves the date from 2022 to 2023, which, as I discussed before, moved the project end date from 2023 to 2024. I'm sorry, 2025. 2024, yes, correct. So those were all delays for utility relocations that did not occur in a timely manner. So this is only, change order number 2 is only time.
All right, entertain a motion to approve change order number 2.
No, those were the previous change orders, so that was change order number 1. That change order number 2 is a $0 change order. It just adds days to the contract.
Second?
All in favor by aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 3.
So number 3 is for, there were some sanitary laterals that ended up being right in the curb line, and some other things that were in conflict with the sanitary sewer for the Honey Creek Fire Station as well, ended up being right in line with one of the culverts. So we had to do some extensive work to go back to make that, to eliminate that conflict. So that was a $4,816.31 change order amount, and that was for additional sanitary sewer relocation that needed to occur for those issues. That brings, with the other, brings the total change to date that's approved, if, assuming you approve this one, to $10,231. Or I'm sorry, $10,200.31. Butchering it this morning. But I will note that there will be significant monetary change orders in the future once we get the time extensions and everything done and officially approved. Again, those are what we're going to look at recouping from some of the utility companies possibly. The consultant has put together that list of delays and everything, so that will be coming shortly.
Motion to approve.
All in favor by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Comment?
Motion carries. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to tell everybody that Hector Ramirez with RQAW was down there right after the storm that evening. He had barricades, and actually the road was blocked, and he cleared it up for the county, put everything back where people could get through there.
On Spring Hill.
On
Yeah.
Spring Hill, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the, all the construction signage and everything was everywhere. So, yeah, he put that back together for us and got that road back open, so, yeah, we do appreciate that.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Actually, I do have one more thing here. Not for you, Larry. Ricky had some wording changed on the Cintas agreement for the AEDs, and that has satisfied Mr. Modisett, so we can take action on this today if you want.
Yeah, we need to get those going. Motion to approve the contract with Cintas for the new AEDs.
Second?
All in favor by aye.
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 Any opposed? That motion carries. Okay, Karen, you'll have to show me where to sign this one. All right, we're moving on to public comment. Today, there were a lot of folks from the CO2 group that spoke last week. If you have something different than what you said this week, we'll appreciate your comments. We're going to limit them to 3 minutes today.
Can I put this in the minutes, please, what
Sure.
I'm going to
Yep.
say? Janet Stroll, Santio. Thank you, Commissioners, for getting the link to the CBA and announcements on the county website. The others are addressed to the CBA. Once the deadline ends, will the comments be compiled and released to the public? When can we expect the responses to the comments to be released publicly? First, is there a revised draft of the CBA? It should be made public before it is signed. Second, the public should have a chance to comment on the revisions before it is voted on. If no revisions are made, that CBA is unacceptable to this community because we want safety and monitoring protections in place. Therefore, it should not be accepted or signed by the commissioners. We have been trying to find the commissioner meeting agenda prior to the meeting dates so we can stay informed. However, we are unable to locate any agenda. This makes it difficult for people interested in specific issues to become involved and attending meetings to stay informed. Please let us know where we can find these agendas. Thank you.
Good morning, Kathy Brock. At the last commissioners' meeting on July the 1st, our group, Concerned Citizens, was asked by Tammy Allen from the commissioner's office, where were we in 2016? You weren't here, Chris. And we didn't even know this was going on until 2023. No one told us anything about it. We heard it from the EPA. But it looks like the commissioners known all along. You guys didn't know. You weren't the commissioner in 2016, but somebody was, and somebody carried it on. Somebody worked with the company, you know, through all this. Our community wasn't even made aware, like I said, till 2023. And on that packet that they put in place, they said $500,000 for the fire department. Well, do you know, it cost $1.7 million for an electric fire truck. That's what I asked for, if you remember, Chris, back a good little while ago. I said, we need at least an electric fire truck. Let's try to get help to our little kids if something happens. You know, they're our lives. It's not us. It's for them. That's why we're refusing the packet that they're offering. They're not putting enough money into that packet to even take care of the safety issues. You know, somebody has to be held accountable for this. We want you guys just to stand behind us. Please help us. With Vermilion County, they're trying to, I really believe they're, you know, trying to do everything they can. They're telling these guys, no, you know, we're not accepting this. We need something, we need more. And that's what we're asking. Thank you so much for your time.
Yep.
Okay.
Just want to note that I did watch your guys' meeting via YouTube on Tuesday, and so I was watching it. I also want to note a couple things. Some folks have asked us why we never retracted our letter of support for the project. January 14th, a fiscal note was introduced to the Indiana State Legislature talking about a carbon sequestration project on the land where WVR owns. January 19th, Senate Bill 451 was introduced, still with no language about wells or pipelines. We wrote a letter of support 10 days later on January 29th for that project on their property. Beyond that, the language in Senate Bill 451 didn't change until February 14th or 15th in a Senate committee hearing. So there was no reason for us to retract a letter of support because what we supported didn't have anything to do with wellheads or pipelines at the time. So just want to make sure you guys are aware of that, okay? That's why we never retracted a letter of support or anything of that nature. Any other public comment?
Yes,
Yes, my name is Flo Evinger. I was here last week, and I want to apologize to the members that was here. I got kind of snippy and kind of smart, being a smart ass with you, and I'm sorry for that. But what I want to know is, what are we supposed to do? All I've heard from you, well, we should be upset and get in touch with them over at the State House. We've done that. We've got in touch with you. I thought our local government was supposed to help us with them over at the State House. That's what we want. We want some help instead of at a meeting saying, if you don't want this, we're not gonna have it. And then the next breath is, it's a done deal. So
Yeah.
what are we supposed to do?
I went to that meeting in Universal and I said that. I did say that. Absolutely admit that. It took me 4 phone calls the next day with the legislators, EPA, IDEM, and the DNR to recognize that it was state law signed into law on 4/20 of 2023. It went into effect July 1st. I was at Universal, the only elected official in Universal, besides Tim Yoakum for Vermilion County, that showed up to learn more about the project. I did misspeak. Okay, it took me 4 phone calls the next day to figure out that there was nothing I can do, controlled by the EPA, and when their wellhead permits are approved, it's a done deal. So our line of defense, the only thing that we would have to do for Wabash Valley Resources at this point is if their pipeline wants to cross a road, we grant them a road permit for them to tear up the road and get underneath the road.
And will you do that?
I don't know if they're gonna cross any roads yet,
Okay.
but I mean, you know, I've gotten some pretty threatening messages from your group. Mr. Clayton Sanquinetti has threatened to harm me.
I don't know nothing about that,
Okay,
sir.
well, that's fine. Well, I'm just gonna read some of the comments. Ms. Watson has accused all of us of greasing our pockets, lining our pockets for over a year now, when I can guarantee you none of us are doing that, because we're not gonna put our families in jeopardy over that. We wanna be able to work with you, but we're consistently met with the type of comments that you gave us last week.
And I
and-
apologize for that.
And when, I think that if we go to Universal and have a meeting with you guys on a Sunday, what type of comments are we gonna get there?
People are frustrated.
I understand.
You
Do
are
you
the
think
only
we're
people.
not, do you think we're not frustrated when local government doesn't have much control over a project in my own backyard? Think we're not frustrated about that?
I don't know, sir.
Anything
Right.
else, ma'am?
No.
Okay, thank you. Any more comments?
No, Bill Wilson, William Wilson. This is so sad how this all come about, and it started from the government on down. They probably lied to him too. We're trying to keep this from getting ugly. They are not coming out there in our country and destroying our property. We got people that lived there 80 years and better, farm after farm. It's not gonna happen. Somebody's got to step up and help us. I don't care. McDaniels, Hoken, and Ford, they signed these bills. We didn't know what was going on. They got Vigo and Vermilion County exempt from anything. I worked construction my whole life. I got 50 years in high-pressure boiler and pipelines. I welded pipelines. I know about pipelines. You cannot take pipelines and run 2,100-pound pressure in it and stick an open end down in the ground. First of all, it's got to be tested 1.5 times. That's over 3,000 pounds. It will not work. I looked at all these other states. Virginia just now put a pipeline in service. Right before that, the day they tested it, blew it up. They put it together and put it in service next day. That's a no-no. Somebody's got to change this. I don't care what laws they got, it's got to be changed. The laws are not right. Tanya signed my property, $100-some an acre to these. Ford, I don't even want to get, now he's in here in Terre Haute, probably doing like the Leap is in Lafayette. People got to straighten up. You know, you people took an oath when you got your job there. I listened to you pledge allegiance to the flag. I hope that means something to you. It does me. I'm a serviceman, and I'm going to protect my neighbors to the end of my life. Now, we got to take time off to come in here every Tuesday now and see what's going on. We got to watch the papers, read the computer, and find out what's going on. If we can't trust people, That's sad. That's very, very sad. You put your people in there. You're supposed to be for us. You know, you gotta think about that. We're doing this not for us, we're doing it for your kids, your relation. We're trying to help them. And you people gotta help us.
Mr. Wilson, do you still have my name on the side of your van?
Pardon?
Do you still have my name on the side of your van as the person who sold
Yes,
the
sir.
community out?
I did.
Am I a legislator, sir?
Pardon?
Am I a legislator? No, I did not vote on Senate Bill 451. So I don't appreciate having my name on the side of your van as a community member who sold you out.
You know why I put it on there?
Why is that, sir?
Because when we went to the negotiation meeting,
I just spoke to that.
when we went to all right, go back to the Indiana State meeting. I was there at that meeting. I listened to all that. I didn't even want to say anything. And I took that mic away from that lawyer. Those people lied. And you did a flip-flop on us, the reason I put your name on there. Tanya's name is on there too. If I see, Chris, you're for us, I'll be gladly to take your name off.
Gotcha.
I'll help you get reelected next time if
I'm
you.
not worried about my reelection, sir. I'm here to do a job for 4 years. I don't appreciate having my name on the side of your van. I didn't have anything to do with the EPA meeting. We received a letter about the EPA meeting the same way you did.
Yeah.
About wellheads and pipelines. And I was not in town to be able to attend that meeting.
We went to 4 meetings over this. Everybody in there is against this. They lied at every one of them meetings. They lied to us. Every person in that audience, there was a lot of people. Nobody is for it. This is a scam. Carbon, do you know what carbon is? That's not what's in a soda pop. They used to kill prisoners with it. They used to kill animals with it. It's been banned years and years ago. No, they're not going to take it out there and put 2,100 pounds pressure down in my property, open in. There's mine shafts. There's an earthquake fault there. That's going to come. I got 200 acres there, and I worked very hard for that property. I can show you back there in the woods where there's mine shafts where they done test wells. And I don't want to really say this, 'cause I don't want people back there messing around. It's bubbling out of the ground. And you think this carbon is not going to come out through them weak places? I used to play down in Snow Hills mine shaft when I was a kid. I went down there so far the sulfur was that thick on the steps. I jumped over 3 steps to go on down 4 them. You couldn't even breathe, sweating. We dropped a big rock down, you couldn't even hear the end of it. That's a soft spot. You tell me that carbon ain't gonna come up through that? These people, it's a scam. We got a hold of, it doesn't matter. You people, hey, I want to ask you something. I've been here 4 times now, and I'll probably be in there the rest of my life. All I hear is a yay, yay, yay. I never heard a nay yet. Now, when something comes up like this, or just say like the people back there who got the end loaders last week, they were back there smirking about it when they got it okayed. That kind of ticked me off. Do you people do any research on what's going on? If you don't know something, ask somebody that knows. This has got to get better. We're for you people. We're counting on you people. And that really pissed a lot of people off, Chris, when you said the flip-flop on us. You know, we're doing this for the community. We're doing this for everybody. And we're going to keep doing this. We want you to get on board. Just do right and wrong. That's simple. There's right and wrong.
You do understand that local government does not supersede state law, right?
You know, I was in the service. I was next to a pole.
I know,
I can't
I know.
hear very good. I got hearing aids.
Local government does not supersede state law. Senate Bill 451 is a state law allowing a private business to negotiate with landowners to run a pipeline. Therefore, there's no action local government can take to do what you're asking us to do to stop this project.
Well, if you can't stop it, then don't stop it, because we will. They're not coming on our property. We got it sealed up from the highway clear to where I'm at. They can't go over on Polar because everybody there says no. And if they want to do the eminent domain, they better watch out. Things will get ugly.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep that from happening. I'm gonna do whatever I can to protect these young kids that can't vote, can't get up there and say anything. I want them to have a future here like I did. I lived in the country my whole life, except for when I was in the service. Think about that. You know, there's nothing else I can say. You know how I feel.
Yep, we do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Any comments from the commissioners or other elected officials? Seeing none, we'll recess until next Tuesday, but we do have a rezoning meeting here in about 5 or 10 minutes. Thank you.